Hello, this is a quick tutorial why you need the BOSStimator. I'm not going to get into all of the basics, but I'm going to quickly get into an estimate. The estimates are based upon in the BOSStimator you can have as many clients as you want to. You can have as many projects for each client and as many estimates for each project. It's limitless. It's all in one location. It works off the same database, so all the information is always accurate at all times. You don't have to look for it. Anyways, I'm going to quickly get in here. I'm identifying it. You can create areas, jobs, and different things, and that's for sorting abilities, and we'll get into that in other tutorials. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly identify the assemblies. I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to build this house on a slab on grade, and it's going to be 1,200 square foot. It's going to be a 30 by 40, so that's 1,200 square feet, a slab on grade. And I'm going to put form the perimeter, which also has some other elements with it. So a 30 by 40 is 70. It's 140 running foot. Now that we've got the foundation done, I'm going to go in here and create the exterior walls, and I've created these assemblies on a previous tutorial, so feel free to go look at the other tutorials on assemblies. I'm going to do the wall assembly for exterior, and this is 140 foot. It's just going to be no garage or anything. I'm going to do the interior walls now. The interior walls, I'm going to say it's 105 running foot of interior walls. If you want to use the BOSSitizer, basically digitizes a set of plans in. You can digitize it on your screen and updates these things automatically. But for the purposes of this, just to show you how fast this works, I'm not going to get into that. So now that we got that done, let's go ahead and add in the electrical systems. It works on a square foot basis, and I've created the assembly for the electrical and also for the plumbing and mechanical. And you're looking at this and you're like, well, these aren't, how do you calculate that? Each one of these assemblies has multiple different tasks underneath it. So that assembly in itself right now is, let me get you the exterior walls. Ooh, I created 2 interior, no problem. Let's go ahead and delete that one. And I need one for the exterior. Actually, that was interior, so let's change that to 105. And it's that easy to change it, and it automatically updates it. I'm going to go exterior walls, 140. But the exterior walls, what's all combined with that? I got bottom plates, top plates, insulation, drywall, paint, siding, base, paint, OSB, so on and so forth. All those are within that one wall assembly, and it's very easy to create. Again, watch other tutorials for that. Let's go ahead and, so we got the mechanical, electrical, we need the roof. Do we have the roof? Nope. Let's go ahead and add in a square foot of that. I created this assembly for the roof at a flat truss, interior flat truss on a 612 pitch. So that calculates that. Let's go ahead and add in the kitchen cabinets. The kitchen cabinets is 15 foot of running cabinets. You can create these assemblies any ways you want to. And then we also have a regular kitchen, and a kitchen basically is one kitchen in the house that has like appliances and a whole bunch of different things. I'm going to go bedrooms. I'm going to have 3 bedrooms in the house. I'm going to have bathrooms. I'm going to have 2 bathrooms in the house. This is a quick little rendition of what we're doing. So we got all that done. Let's go ahead and do the regular startup of the job. That's permits, impact fees, miscellaneous, notices of commencements, and so on and so forth. We got all that done. That looks so wonderful, but that doesn't mean anything to you. Let's go over to the task tab. As you see, that's how this estimate started. There wasn't anything here. I'm gonna either, if you wait 30 seconds or you press the F5, which is refresh, it'll pull down the complete list of tasks that are now within this estimate. I have 107 different tasks in the estimate, everything from 2x4 plates. Each one of these tasks have stuff underneath it, from, say, for example, from a laborer to a carpenter to miscellaneous materials to a 2x4 16-foot PT. This creates a complete material list. Those items were called items, and they're located here. But now we got this done. I created add-ons, which are I'm going to click on it. That's your overhead and profit. I'm saying I'm making 15%. I want to distribute it on the report so no one can see that, and it's 15% on everything. I got travel time at 10% only on labor, because the labor is the only thing that gets has travel associated with it. I got taxes at 7% only on material costs. Nothing else gets taxed. And I got management at 9% only on subs and equipment. But you know what? I want it on other. I'm going to change it. It's that easy. You can go in here. You can distribute it. You can make it a fixed fee. You change it that fast. Press close. It updates it. And there we are. Now that we got this done, I'm going to go back up here. And anything in yellow indicates, hey, you're missing some information. So reason that is because the appliances, you didn't know how many we were going to have when we were doing it. and the price, so I'm saying it's $6.50, and that is an allowance item. And basically what that says is that, hey, now it'll show up in an allowance report for the client to choose from, and I'm going to have 3 of those. Okay, fine there, fine and dandy. I'm going to sort this by smallest. So now only the things that don't have values left will go up to the top. Easy enough. I need carpet. How many yards of carpet in this house? There's 110 yards of carpeting. What this is doing is saying, hey, you're adjusting the assembly factors, and that's fine. We want to do that. There's 15 lights. And yes, we're adjusting the assembly factors because it was created on an assembly. So if you're adjusting other things, it'll automatically adjust it. The lights, the fan lights, there's 3 fan lights. Angled tile flooring in the one bathroom, I'm going to say there is 15 in the one bathroom. And in the master, I'm going to say that there is 75. And again, these are just fictitious numbers, but I'm doing this to quickly show you how this all works. On the items, which are the stuff behind it, I'm going to go in here, find the unit rates. And these are the things behind it you can't see yet. I'm going to sort it, 0. A carpet pad, how much per roll is 45. So these are the things that you need to get updated pricing on. The lavatory fixture is $110. This one's $125, and so on and so forth. You can go down through this whole thing and adjust these things that fast. And it, as easy as if we're down here and we say, hey, the drywall mud is $8.56. No, I'm getting it for $9.25. You click on that, it'll say, hey, you're replacing this item. Do you want to press yes to replace this single item, or no to replace all like? So notice here that these are $8.56. I'm going to press no. It searches the entire database, and the last question says, do you want to make that the default? So it updates all those from there on out. That fast, that quick for any line item. Okay, so we got all the tasks done. Right now I am at 653 hours. So I'm going to say it's a 3-man crew, 8 hours a day. That equates to about 30 days. I'm going to give it a 25% safety factor, so that's 35 working days. I'm going to go back into the assemblies, add in here for the duration, which is the job site setup, your daily cleanup, and I'm going to put in 35 days of that. And then go back to tasks. Right now I'm at $97,000 for this small little house. Or I'm sorry, I had to press refresh. $107,000 for this small little house for 1,200 square foot. Fast, easy, quick. Now I'm going to do one more quick thing that's going to really blow you away. I'm using the bidding, boss to bidder. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to bid out the interior trim package. Just use that one as an example. You can go down here and you can see every package that's set up and you can select it, but I'm just going to use interior trim. Bid date, when you that's the day's date, put 7 days onto it. I'm going to find out what's available, and went through the database, looked up all the materials that are in the interior trim from our estimate, calculated from the estimated quantities. These are the estimated quantities, and this is the amount that we're going to bid. And when you bid a project out, it'll update the bid amount. The bid amount quantity will be updated into the estimate. So when you run it, you're not going to buy 1.5 of this pine. You're going to buy 2 of them. It'll update that quantity in there as well. So now we got that. Let's say we're not going to add anything else to it. I don't want to add any. You can go in here and say, on that package, I want to go ahead and this here pulls down what's available else to be put on this bid package. It goes just in that estimate only. And I'm going to say I'm going to throw in those 2x4s. So fine, I'm throwing those 2x4s. I say that's all I want. Now you select the vendors and suppliers. Hey, I don't have time to look it up. I'm just going to say, hey, find all the suppliers that supply these items in the past and put them on my bid list. Okay, I got 2 of them in here. It's all that's in here right now. Home Depot, they supply 7 of these items. Let's find out what they supply. Okay, it goes through there, looks through the database, finds out that they match, goes through and says, okay, on previous bids, that's their item SKU number. It goes up and looks into their database, finds it, puts their unit rate in it, quantities, and also when they previously bid it. So that way they can do all this without doing anything. I'm going to close this out, go back over here and say I'm done with all my vendors. You can add more vendors to it at any times and say I want to choose electric company to bid it. You can choose whatever you want to and add more vendors. I'm going to say I'm done. Now I can request bids. It goes through the database, finds out who to contact, who to send it to, puts a bid request in there in a fax format, puts it according to who is their contact, their phone number, their fax number, and if you got the BOSStimator Plus, it actually publishes it online and makes them do it online, and then that updates it without you doing anything. But right now it gives them their SKU number, their items, their previous, when they previously bid it, and asks them to bid it. You didn't do anything except for estimate. I'm pressing close. You get the bids back. So let's say you've done it for both of them now, and let's receive some bids. You're receiving a bid from Home Depot because that's all that's on your list, and now it looks real similar except for you can go in here and that's what their previous amount was. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to say that's now $7.50. This is $6.50, so you can go in here and manually change whichever ones you want, and their price is $110 to deliver it, and it's good through 6/15. Okay, so now I'm going to say, you know what, that's actually a current bid. I can go in here and update so that it's their standard pricing from here on out, or if not, it's no big deal. I'm going to go ahead and update the current bid. 709. 709.19. This other sample material supplier, I'm going to receive a bid back from them. They don't supply everything, but you know what? They don't. But I want them to be able to bid this project. I'm going to fill in the remaining items with defaults. It goes through the database, finds out who we use as a default pricing, and puts their name over here. So this is the default price for this product that we're presently buying from Home Depot at $8.75. Wow! You didn't have to do any research. The computer did it and automatically put it in. And now this guy has a bid that you can use, and it's accurate. Their price is $125 to deliver it, and they're good through 6/21. I'm going to go ahead and update their current bid. Now, you got the two bids here. Now let's go ahead and what did I do wrong? That's right, because they had a high dollar amount up there for some of this base and stuff that we put in there, so I thought I did something wrong. But okay, so now we got these two bids. Obviously we would use Home Depot, but let's say we wanted to decide we wanted to analyze it. We have to analyze the bids, and what this does, it goes through here and says, hey, make sure there's no errors. If Home Depot's item SKU number changed, it would come up here and say, hey, these guys have changed their SKU number, make sure it's the right number, so on and so forth. But I'm going to go ahead and issue the average and low bids. And it says, okay, the average bid for these two suppliers is $15.69, or $14.54 is the low bid. And what that is a combination of the two bidders. If you want to see what it amounts up to, Home Depot supplies those two items, so that's who you need to buy it from. This is the average bid, and this is the sample. So it basically goes through, does your analysis, finds out who's your lowest, puts those rates in there, and who you need to buy it from. I'm going to go ahead and close this though. So there is who we have to use. You can issue that to whomever you want. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and buy it all from the low bidder. You have now issued and it's been awarded. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Now if you go back to the item task, you have your bid number. And it's locked. These things can't change. No matter what you do to the database, those values will not change. But if you ever want to go back and review that bid, click on the item number. And there you go. It says it's been there. Review the awarded bid, and it prints it out on a format that you can give and say, oh, you need to buy this from Home Depot, Lowe's, and so on and so forth. That fast, that quick. I just created an estimate of $107,000 and bid out the entire trim package that fast using the supplier's identification codes, and that's just a tip of the iceberg. The BOSStimator is awesome. It's quick. It's so accurate. There's no other estimating software package on the market today. Test it out and you will agree. BOSStimator is the way to go.